Right, I'm live now. Hi guys, it's Louis in the UK. Southwest UK, got me a cup of tea. Good morning to you guys. I'm going to quickly tell everyone we're live. Let's have a look. We are live. So, hi chilling in Canada. We are live. Woo! I'm pretty chilled, pretty relaxed. I've just had an omelette, a ham omelette, and some bacon covered in animal fat. Perfect carnivore keto meal. Carnivore meal, really. Let me just make sure everyone knows. And we'll go on to the chat. There's hardly anyone. Just the chat today. Yeah, get your coffee. Good idea, Amy. So, hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, our newest member. Welcome, Rebecca. Thank you for being a member. I'll show you how it comes up on my end when you become a member. So when you become a member, let me just show you. Let's see if it's going to come up. Of course, if you want to be a member, you need to get yourself a tea or a coffee and get ready for the live. Now, Rebecca, this is how you come up. Not sure how clear. It's a bit dark in here. Let me turn the other light. It's still going to be too dark, probably. So I've been for a run. I've done a walk. What day? It's Friday. I've done my weightlifting. So I've been up since 6 in the morning, 6 a.m. Hi, Amy. Auntie Amy is with us. So I've been lately on the live streams, whereas I used to sort of go headfirst into a topic like, oh, we must do this. Start reading out documents and stuff. I'm much more laid back now. I've changed my style. I'm much more, right, let's relax. Let's read some comments. Let's find some pictures. Like this morning, the way I decided how the topic was going to go was two things. I listened to Mrs. G. Let me just tell her is Mrs. G on here? Because I know she likes to be notified. The way I tend to do things is just what inspires me on that morning, really, or maybe sometimes the night before. Let's just see if Mrs. G is on, because I know that she hates it when we miss out. Like there's a few people, like Deborah needs to know. Is Deborah on? Elain's on. Right. Guys, I clearly must thank anyone that buys me a coffee. It means everything to me, because it's your way of saying to me, I like what you do. I appreciate what you do. And it's your way of thanking me. Now, to get me a coffee is so simple. But Elain, thank you. You bought me 2 coffees. Yeah. Thank you very much. And then it's so kind of you. And even Luann yesterday bought me a coffee. So, guys, it's a great way of thanking me. I'm not trying to scab money off you and be a sponger. I don't know why. Maybe, how can I say it? Maybe it's just a big kid in me. You know, if someone, when you're a kid and someone gives you something, you may not need it, but you're just glad you got it. That's how I feel when someone becomes a member or when someone buys me a coffee. It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's like someone giving me a wink. Like, yeah, it's like, I can't explain it to you. So anyway, if anyone ever does want to buy me a coffee, all you do, you see the top of the page there. There's a bit that you click on, like an arrow, and then it shows you a load of links. And you literally click on any of those links, really. Let's just have a look at them. One says, I know you've got the join link, which is $1 a month. Then you got buy me a coffee or buy me a tea. And then you have other links. One is to my carnivore keto diet. Then you have then other links that show my Instagram page, my TikTok page, my Twitter page. Then we've got my fixing classic car page and my Volkswagen Beetle project page. It's all free. None of it costs money. But obviously, when you click on, now I just say this, guys, I happily give people advice on carnivore diet, keto diet. Many of you are doing the carnivore and the keto diet, and I've helped you through it. And I'll tell you what, guys, a lot of you are having a lot of success, losing weight, getting well, reversing your health problems, coming off medication, lowering your blood sugars, lowering your blood pressure, and just getting your energy levels back. It really does work. So I know this live stream is not about my diet, my carnivore diet, my keto diet, but because we're all friends now, I want to help people that feel ill, unwell, overweight, on too much medication, high blood sugars, type 2 diabetes people. I want to help where I can. I'm not a doctor, so I always say this. No matter what I say, always go to Dr. Ken Berry on YouTube and always consult your doctor. No matter what I say, you must consult your doctor. I am not a doctor, but I am a success story, and I have lost nearly 2 stone. I'm not pre-diabetic anymore. My blood sugar levels have returned to normal. My blood pressure dropped from 141 to 114. Yeah. And I do not have dizzy spells anymore. And I used to have ulcerative colitis. It is gone. My ulcerative colitis has gone. And my energy levels are, whoa, like Superman. And I think I'm getting younger. Yeah. So we're not here to do my diet or my keto, but I will help anyone that wants advice on trying to make themselves feel young again. No money, free, just love. Right. So anyway, back to you getting me a coffee and you becoming members. The members is $1 a month, and I'm trying to get it to 100 members so that we can do members lives. I want to do members lives, but I won't do it until we get 100. And then the other thing is, if you want to buy me a coffee, you literally click the buy me a coffee button, and it takes you to PayPal, and then you send a couple of quid, a couple of dollars, and I use that to get a coffee. I actually do it. Yeah. I'm not allowed to buy myself a cake, so it has to be keto or carnivore treat that goes with my coffee. So guys, if you want to thank me, you just get me a coffee, and I will be grateful. I will love it. It does mean a lot to me. And of course, membership means everything to me. And I've never done a members live stream. I think it'll be interesting to just get the members on all together. So let's have a look at your messages. Now, I'm not rushing, guys. Of course, I love it when Amy Collett joins us. Amy, Auntie Amy, always. So it's very important to me. I love it. She's very busy, and Elain now has become like, how can I say it about Elain? Elain, let's talk about Elain. Let's embarrass Elain. Elain, am I allowed to embarrass you? I'm going to ask her a question. Right. I'm going to talk about Elain for just 1 minute. Elain, are you there? Elain, who keeps calling me Peter Andre. No, I'm not going to sing that. I do like singing, though. I love that picture. Yeah, there's Auntie Amy. Woohoo, and the twins. The twins, yeah? Elain and Amy. Now, I'm going to embarrass Amy and Elain. Elain, I'm going to embarrass you first, then I'm going to embarrass Amy. Is that okay? Amy, you're next. Right. Now, Elain, she's quite a new member, but has very quickly become a very important member, which did surprise me. And I'll tell you why. Because Elain is a strong-minded lady. She's quite demanding. Yeah? So I was worried. Elain, I'm going to be straight with you. I look you in the eyes. I was worried that you were gonna. How can I politely say it? Ooh, it's hard to politely say it. I was a little bit worried about you. Now, how can I say it? So what happened was with me and Elain, who now has become, a very important person for defending Elvis Presley, even for the Facebook, even for the live chat, the 24 chat. Instead of sort of getting a bit funny with Elain, we didn't do that. Now, you remember this, Elain, not that long ago. Yeah? You can take the P. I won't take the P out of you. I won't do that. Now, I'm actually very impressed with Elain. She's like, she is the Karate Kid. Yeah? Do you take that as an insult? She is a trained martial arts fighter. Trained. Believe it or not, seriously, she really knows how to do it properly. Now, that's not why I'm embarrassing Elain. So my way with Elain was this. I very quickly realised that Elain really knows her stuff, really puts a lot of time into her love of Elvis and Lisa Marie and the Memphis Mafia. I very quickly realised that I'm dealing with someone that really knows their stuff, knows a lot more than me, Someone who I put a lot of time into this defending Elvis Presley movement that we have together with Team Elvis. She puts more time into it. Yes, Elain is strong, but me and Elain don't agree on everything. We definitely have our differences, especially when it comes to the Memphis Mafia. I know Elain has, how can I say it? Very understanding feelings towards the Memphis Mafia. Yeah. So I quickly realized that Elain is quite strong-minded, quite demanding. Now, instead of getting a bit funny with her and pushing her out, like almost ignoring her or like just being annoyed at her, I didn't do that. We went behind the scenes and we discussed it, didn't we? We told each other our feelings. We aired our differences. And I think we became friends. I actually think me and Elain, by disagreeing on things, having our differences, became friends. We bonded. So I am very happy with Elain. I regard Elain as a good friend. Right. That's your embarrassment done. Now, Amy Collette. Amy Collette. Are you there, Amy? Amy. Is Amy there? The twin? Amy the twin. She might not be there. I'm still going to say it anyway. Amy Collette, again, one of my favourite subscribers, members, friends. Yeah, with me and Amy are definitely good friends. It was a very similar story with Amy. When we first met, we had our differences. Now, we all know here, guys. Hi, Amy. We're talking about you. Yeah, I'm just saying quickly, a couple of you members. Now, I'll tell you what happened with Amy. It's very simple. I was given some information, some documents, some research. I don't actually remember who it was from. I got a feeling it was Lorraine Roberts. Lorraine, I've got lots of love for Lorraine. I know Lorraine is full on, but she is an amazing Elvis fan, an amazing Lisa Marie fan. We know that, I say it nicely, we know that Lorraine, what's a kind way of saying it? Lorraine, you know I love you. You're probably asleep in Australia now, yeah? She gives the longest, she gives the longest posts. Her posts are like, she sends me a post and I'm like, here we go. But I do try and read them. Sometimes, not always. I fully respect Lorraine. She sends me the best information, the best pictures, best videos. She's brilliant. So she posted something, obviously was Amy's. I didn't know this. So then Lorraine said to me, please make sure you say your sources. Please, who gives you the information. Yeah? Lorraine begged me to. So I did. I wanted to fulfill my promise. So then I get Amy messages me saying, Why are you saying my name? This is her source name, not Amy name, not Amy Collett. This is her source name, yeah. Which I'm trying to remember what it is now. Amy, what is it? What is your source name? Remind me. Please remind me. Oh, it's gone out of my head. Anyway, you don't have to say it if you don't want to. But so then Amy messaged me telling me off. Yeah. Now, instead of me retaliating and getting on my high horse and arguing with her, we actually made friends. So we made friends. That's what happened with me and Amy. We just, after, I think we both realized that our heart's in the right place when it comes to Elvis and Lisa Marie and Elvis's bloodline. And we just made friends. Isn't it funny how you get close to falling out, but then you bond, and then you become friends, and then you respect each other, and then we have a laugh. We have a laugh. So Nancy Drew, that's it. So Nancy Drew is Amy's research name. I'm not sure if Amy minds sharing that with you guys, but come on, we all know that Elain and Amy are a massive source of a wealth of information when it concerns anything Elvis. I would say probably most subjects of most famous people as well, because we know that Elain is into many celebrities. So that's it, guys. That's my little moment. So today, as I was saying about picking a topic, I woke up this morning. Someone had sent me a video to do with Colin Paul, the singer, the Elvis entertainer, who does a lot of shows with Mindy Miller. Also, he does shows with Todd Slaughter, the guy, the original Elvis defender who met Elvis and used to arrange tours to Graceland with British fans in the British Elvis fan club. He was like the president or the owner of it. So someone sent me that. So I thought I want to play that, and it did show. I'm not sure if any of you liked it, but it does show the ambulance that Elvis was. How can I say it kindly? Elvis was stretchered into, I'm guessing, when they took him to. I'm pretty sure it's straight to the hospital. Yes, because I think they, as far as I remember, they did try and revive him, didn't they? Even though it was pointless. But so it does in graphic detail. That video that I posted this morning on this morning's live stream, it clearly shows the ambulance, the actual ambulance that Elvis was transported in from Gracelands to. I'm pretty sure is it Memphis Memorial Hospital? Is that right, Amy? Is that right, Elaine? So then I wanted to play a bit of Chris singing as well, and I wanted to show a bit of Mindy Miller in that, because I thought Mindy Miller in that not only looked great, but I thought Mindy Miller really put the viewers at ease, because it was obvious this thing where she's showing the ambulance that Elvis was transported in, which is a touchy thing, isn't it? It's quite an awkward thing. Chris called it creepy. Yeah. It's not for everyone to see that ambulance. Probably a bit weird to even buy it and own it. It's in this dojo. I think, Elaine, what's the dojo called? Yeah, so the spa guy bought it. What's the dojo called again? It's got a name, hasn't it? In BMH in Memphis, the Baptist Memorial. Right, so yes, it was Baptist Memorial that he was taken to. But the dojo, what's the name of it? It's got a certain name, hasn't it? I think hasn't that dojo become a bit of a museum? Yes, Tiger Dojo. Is it a museum as well? I think it is. So it shows Mindy Miller there. Obviously, Chris is singing. Mindy's there. She's dressed beautifully in a silver dress. Looks amazing, stunning. She's over 70. I'll tell you what, she is a beautiful girl. So Mindy, if you ever join us or watch this, because we know Mindy is a defending Elvis Presley fan. She does join us sometimes. And has spoken to us, we're very pleased. So my point is, so that was how we got round to that. And then I was listening to Ashley. I think Ashley may have been talking to Amy, I think, this morning, talking about Scientology. Now, normally I brush over Scientology because I just, it doesn't interest me. So what I started doing, I think it was with Amy, I can't remember. So what I started doing, was it Susie as well? Susie was talking about it as well. So what I started doing was, do you know what? I thought, I woke up this morning, I thought, I'll watch some Scientology videos. Look what's on the TV now. Hang on, I've got to turn the camera. It's that guy there. What's his name, guys? Someone tell me his name. He's the guy who used to be in Scientology, and he has got a brilliant channel. He's got a brilliant channel, that guy, explaining Lisa Marie in Scientology. Hi, Jean. Good day to you. So I thought I'd watch some Scientology stuff this morning, get a feel for it, and I was going to base my whole video on Scientology. But then what kept coming up with the Lisa Marie interviews was the Michael Jackson stuff. Now, I've always shied away from the Michael Jackson stuff, and I'll tell you why. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how you guys feel, but the paedophile stuff, I don't like to hear it. And I'll tell you why. Because I was a Michael Jackson fan through and through. Yeah. Right from a very young age. I loved him in the 70s, 80s, 90s. I was a teenager when Thriller came out and the album Bad came out. And I am a hardcore Michael Jackson fan. But I don't like, now I'm not saying I believe it, but what I am saying to you guys is I don't like hearing the pedo stuff, the paedophile stuff about Michael Jackson. It upsets me that he went through that. Yeah. We all went through the court cases together, didn't we? Now, I can't say if I believe it or if I don't. It's hard to say it. I'd rather not believe it. Yeah. Get it, guys? So let's have a look. Anyway, so basically the overall thing is I started watching the Lisa Marie interviews to do with Scientology and the effect it had on her. One of the interviews I felt quite uncomfortable, where she is saying that Scientology helped her I think she used the term mopped her off the floor. Has any of you seen that interview? Scientology mopped me off the floor. I love the way she talks. It's lovely. But in that interview that I played this morning, she was very young, I would say, only in her mid-20s, maybe late 20s. And her eyes didn't seem right. She seemed a bit out of it. But then in that interview, she was saying, was it Larry King? I think it was Larry King. In that interview, she was saying that Scientology had saved her. Yeah. But then you jump forward to other interviews with Lisa Marie, and she's clearly saying that Scientology, she wanted out. Yeah. So it's a funny one. So this is how we ended up covering Scientology and Michael Jackson. I do think that we should do another video about Scientology. I think we should cover it again. I do. Hi, Vibex. Vibex, I just want you to know, I did watch your your Mel Gibbs. Vibex sent me a Mel Gibbs interview with Oprah, and I think it was Mel Gibbs trying to, it's almost like a conspiracy type video that she sent me, that Vibex doesn't feel that Oprah is the right person to interview Riley Q. So she sent me the Mel Gibbs video, which is, Mel Gibbs is basically trying to say, be careful with the mega celebrities, the super rich. And Vibex's video was basically showing that Oprah Winfrey had supported certain people that are super rich, billionaires, even gave them a public platform. And I think Vibex was hinting, is this right, Vibex, that some of these people secretly may be paedophiles. Is that right, Vibex? Did I watch that video correct? Because I just want you to know I did watch that video with Mel Gibson. So I think Vibex is trying to show me that Oprah Winfrey may be dodgy. Now, I'll be honest with you, Vibex. I didn't I wasn't convinced by that video. I watched the video and thought, don't know. That's what I thought. I thought, so far, Oprah Winfrey hasn't done anything that makes me worried that she's going to interview Riley Keough. Now, I ask you guys, yeah? Hi, Rebecca. I ask you guys, yeah? And actually, let's have a look. Lisa loved Oprah and sat down with her for the last long interview. Amy, I agree. Yeah, I've found lots of clips of the Oprah interviews. Nothing long. That is, I haven't found complete interviews. I've found clips of Oprah interviews. I might play a few in a minute. I'll be honest with you, Vizbex. So far, I haven't seen anything that makes me worry about Oprah. I have always been an Oprah fan. Now, I'm asking you now, guys. Do you think Oprah is the right person to interview Riley Keough? I'm asking all of you. And I'll just listen to your comments. Elaine, no. Let's have a look. Right, carry on commenting, guys. I'll just check what Elaine said. Let's have a look. So, Elaine, I don't mind you using the Peter Andre photo. I'm proud that you used that. Elaine, it's fun. I like a bit of fun. I do have a sense of humour. I do. And I love Peter Andre. Love him. I've actually seen him live a couple of times. And my wife used to fancy him. My wife, she had a bit of a crush on Peter Andre. Right, let's have a look. So the video is from 2017. It shows Benjamin Storm, Elvis' grandson. He's talking a few times in it, and he was involved in a production called Rod and Barry. And I remember when he was doing that, his favour, Elvis, I caught it. Yeah, I think Elaine, I think I know it. Isn't that where he gets the name Storm from? Yeah, the nickname Storm. Wasn't his character Storm? Is that right, Elaine? So yes, let me just see if the video's there. No, I don't think it's come through. No, it hasn't come through. No, let me just check. I just want to check your comments. Let's go back a bit. The dojo is out of business now. Oh, thank you, Amy. I think someone else told me that as well. I think it might have been Ashley. Oh, that's a shame. Why do you think that's gone out of business? And isn't there some kind of lawsuit going on with the dojo or something? Actually, no. That's what it... Wasn't it something to do with Joe Esposito? The dojo. So, right, let me just go through your comments. Thanks, Amy. So you, right, Elaine, so you think Joe Smith and Billy Smith own it? Yeah. Is there some kind of legal... That's what it is. I may have read it. Isn't there a legal issue to do with the dojo and Billy Smith? Right, all of the partners had a falling out. Thank you, Amy. Is that still ongoing? Right, so the spa guy is involved in it, Rebecca. Could be. I have seen the spa guy's video with the ambulance. I've seen it. Right, Elaine, you know everything. Do you have any information of Lisa Marie's first husband or his parents being co-founder of Scientology? Right. I've done a video on this before, but it was quite a while ago, so I've forgotten a lot of it. But isn't... Right, we're talking about Danny Keough now, yes? Is that correct? Now, isn't it Danny Keough's grandparents that are founders, co-founders of Scientology? Am I getting that wrong? Yeah? Put me right, guys, because I definitely do not know it all. Right, I never dug deep about... Yeah, do you know what, Elaine? I'm the same as you. I'm a bit not bothered about Scientology, but I will say this. It is interesting. Today, I spent the morning on it, and it's quite interesting. And the more you understand Lisa Marie's involvement with it and Priscilla's involvement with it, the subject opens up a bit, and then you start thinking, oh, actually, the Elvis fans probably are interested in learning about it, because I want to make sense of it. I want to make sense of the fact, well, why did Lisa Marie take to it? Because she did seem to, maybe not at first when she first went in, because I think it was probably horrific when she first went in there. She was a rebellious kid. We know that she liked to drink. She liked certain drugs. But she eventually did take to it. Was she brainwashed? Was she misled? Was she indoctrinated? Who knows, guys? Who knows the real truth? But I do think it's worth listening to and finding out about. Vibex is talking about, yes, Vibex is saying you should, the Scientology church and everything they have done, it's crazy. I mean, there's definitely a lot of interest in Scientology. Even that guy, I forget his name, he's on the TV now, but his videos are very good. He's brilliant at he exposing the wrongdoing of Scientology, the Church of Scientology. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I've always been a Tom Cruise fan. I've always been a John Travolta fan. But it's always bothered me that they are part of Scientology. And earlier today, we did play a video of John Travolta discussing Scientology with Jonathan Ross, the British interviewer. And he didn't win me over. John Travolta was trying to make it sound like it was okay, like it was quite normal. It isn't normal, guys. It isn't normal. I think they were talking about something like you're not supposed to make a noise when you're childbearing, yeah, or if there's a car accident and you're in pain, you're supposed to stay quiet. It didn't add up to me. It just sounded a bit odd. I'm definitely very anti-Scientology. Right, so Chilling in Canada says, Michael Jackson, you should watch Robinson's testimonial. Right, okay. I'll try and remember that. Watch Robinson's testimonial. She was very shy and uncomfortable and didn't like interviews. I could see that. Yeah. And I think a few of you brought it up that you have the Oprah interview when she's on her own with Lisa. And then I think the second part of it, Priscilla joins her, and you guys have told me that she was very uncomfortable. I haven't watched it yet. I've watched clips. So Elain, the video is not there, but Elain sent me a really good, really like one of my favorite things. Here it is here. I'm not sure where she got it from. I'll just quickly show you. I can't, and I'm going to try and read one page at a time, but there's literally 50 pages. So Elain sent me this. I know you're not going to see it very clearly, but she sent me loads of newspaper clippings. Everyone's obviously about Elvis, retro, old, from the 70s. Now, that's a lot of stuff. When you sent me that, I was like, wow, I could do a live stream on each one, couldn't I, Elain? So what I thought I would do, obviously, guys, I get bored of reading. So it's just reading just doesn't do it for me. So what I thought I would do is try and read one at a time. The only problem is when I blow them up, I can't see the letters. They go blurry. Let me show you. So there's one. Yeah. But when I found that when I blow it up, it just goes blurry. So I might have to try and read it on a laptop. So we'll just see how that goes. But a brilliant information, Elain. Thank you. Right, my kid's going to come home now. He's with the mum, so he may be annoying for about 1 minute. Tino, wait for the noise, guys. Let's carry on going through your comments. So if I've missed any comments, guys, I apologize. I do miss comments sometimes. I'm really sorry. Really, she does ask the wrong questions, in my opinion. Thanks, Philomena. Rebecca, all I know is if I had a son, he wouldn't be sleeping at Michael Jackson's house. And I understand that, Rebecca. And this is why I don't like, this is really why I've avoided the subject of Lisa Marie. I can hear them. Can you hear? Remember, we're in my kitchen, we're at home, Southwest UK, defending Elvis Presley with Tino. He's crying about something. Can you hear it? I'll just wait a second. Let me just fill up my tea while we... I'll fill up my tea, all right? I am live. It's all right, I'll come in now. Right, here they are. I'm live. Oh no, lots of noise. Oh no. Poor old Tino. Tino, I put it upstairs where it's near Mummy's bed. We're live at the moment. You want to say hello to the camera? Look, over there, give it a wave. Right, I put it upstairs for you. Okay, I've got some here for you. Look. Where are they? Here we go. That one? There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's in the bag. Where's the bag? Where's the book? I did make him a butter sandwich. Alright, here's your lunch box. Put it in there. Put it in here. Yeah, put it in there. And then if you go and get your phone, yeah? Right, so don't get we are live soon. Do it, man.
Right, Mummy's going upstairs. You come in? No? What not?
Is that Gio?
Oh,
Gio's coming in as well. So I'm just, don't worry, there's only about 30 people watching. So there's 30 of us watching, and we're watching My World at Home. So Tina's just come home from school. Tina is 4. My wife is here. She's 41 on the 41 on the 20. No, I know your birthday.
Oh, do you know?
On the 29th of September, and she was born in 1983. And the other boy's coming home now. He is 15, isn't he? I always wonder if he's 14 or 15. Is he turned 15 yet?
No.
All right, he's about to turn 15. What date? 3rd of February. I should know, shouldn't I? I don't know their birthdays. I'm useless. I should know their birthdays. Okay. Right, let's keep going with the comments. And it's just started raining in the UK. It's gone all overcast. And the time in the UK is 3:33 p.m. Right, let's have a look. So Elaine, you're fine with Oprah doing it? Oprah doing the interview? Let's have a look. Rebecca says, making no accusations, just eyed wide open. Amy Collett says about Lisa Marie loving Oprah, which I think you can tell in the interviews. Let's have a look. And I think I will play a couple of the Oprah things. I think I'm gonna. I just think we should. Right, but not yet. I want to read your comments. I do think we've got a bit of time now. I think it's going to be a bit quiet. Yasmin is at a party. Right, let's have a look. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed any of your comments, guys, because I think Deborah's joined us. Hi, Deborah. Right, so Valvis. Hi, Valvis. Valvis says, I don't think Oprah would ask tough questions. I mean, she has been known to. Amy says, Lisa hosted Oprah for a dinner at Grayson as well, and they had personal friendships, a natural choice. Okay, I can see that Amy is up for it with Oprah. chilling in Canada. At 14 years old, Lisa Marie Presley was on Scientology advert claiming its benefits. Yes, and I've seen a few things, guys, of Lisa promoting Scientology, the Church of Scientology. I think there was a period where she became quite important, wasn't there, in Scientology, where she rose the ranks. But the truth is, she did grow to hate them, not trust them, and distance herself from them. And she definitely had left Scientology. I think they may have still had a hold on her, but she definitely wanted out from the things I've learned. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, so Rebecca says, making no accusations. I know, I feel the same way. I don't know what to believe. What I don't want to do is badmouth Michael Jackson because I loved him from a child. And you can tell that he was a beautiful, lovely soul, a lovely person. But he was very confused. He was, the plastic surgery, it does tell you something about his inner self. Yeah, that there were problems. Yeah. So I tried to sort of not get too, I don't want to start calling him names. Definitely not. Right. Okay. So we got Vibex thinks that Oprah is a very shady person. It's funny because I watched Oprah right from the 80s, early 80s. She wasn't, she was famous, but she wasn't like she is now. She's a billionaire now, isn't she? She's massive corporations, more than one, I would say. She's up there with the Microsoft type billionaires, isn't she? So she's in another stratosphere of fame and wealth. So who knows, guys? Who knows? Fingers crossed. Let's see how the interview goes. I personally think that the interview is going to be quite a tribute to Elvis, to Lisa Marie. I think a little nod to the twins. I think she's going to really praise Riley Q and her independence for standing on her own 2 feet with her own career. And I think a lot is going to be spoken about the book, the tapes that Lisa Marie did. I think it's going to make you cry, very tearful, very emotional, but some fun as well. I think it's going to be some funny bits in it. I'm expecting quite a good interview, but very light-hearted, but very family-friendly. I don't think anything bad is going to be said about Priscilla. I really don't. I think Priscilla will be hardly mentioned. Yeah, that's just my take. I'm guessing, guys. Lisa, right, let's have a look. Yeah, I know there's a lot of videos about it, the Becks. I know. I really like Mel Gibbs. He's one of my favorite people. Yeah, I love him. He is a complicated guy, isn't it? We know he's always had a fight with alcohol, but I have been loving his films and watching his films right from the early 80s. I'm definitely a big Mel Gibbs fan. And I think I've said it on here before with one of our live streams. That I think I even played a clip of one of my favorite Mel Gibbs films from Australia, one of his very early films where he plays a very simple person that falls in love with an older woman. Yeah, I can't remember the title, but I love that film. Very, very, very good looking man. Most of you remember him from what is it, the franchise where he's a policeman, Lethal Weapon. Most of us remember him from that, don't we? Then we've got the Mad Max. And my wife loves the... she watched it the other day. It was actually a really good film. Oh, what's it called? I forget what it's called. What's the most famous film he made? Probably the biggest success he ever had. He plays a warrior. Oh, what is it? Come on, we all know it. Someone tell me. Braveheart. Braveheart. That's my wife's favorite film. Okay, oh, you sent it again, Elaine. Okay, let me get through the comments because I'll tell you what, if I don't, we're never going to get through, are we? Okay. Yeah, you won't be able to visit next year, Elaine. It's closed, mate, unless you want to buy it. So Deborah thinks that Riley will be given the questions in advance. Very possible, isn't it? I think Diane Sawyer would have been a better choice. Okay, thanks, Jean. I saw something about Margaret. Then we got Amy. I think the lawsuit is over. It didn't involve the Smiths. Thank you, Amy. I even saw a video of Oprah reacting very negative to people in her audience because they corrected her when it came to Christianity. Is she a Christian? I don't know. Are you, Vivek, are you saying she's into Scientology? I actually don't know what Oprah's religion is. No, Louis, that was a Presley Center court from when Elvis was alive. Thank you. Spa guy and some guy with the last name called Patrick. I've seen that video, Amy, where they bought that ambulance. Right, so Amy says they aren't co-founders, they were some of the first members. Right, and this is all right, I get it. Now you guys told me the names of the founders. Was it David something and RL something? Just remind me, guys, the two main bosses of Scientology. You guys told me this morning. I think Diane Sawyer, she asked her the top questions with Michael Jackson. Right, okay. Thanks, Jean. I'm not dug deep enough to be fair. Yes, so that surprises me, Elaine, because you're normally like on it for these topics. Yeah, it's not a big thing in England, Scientology. It's hardly spoken about, is it? Even though they do, don't they have a massive centre? And this is part of the reason that Lisa Marie moved to England. Isn't that because it was close to the centre? Am I right or wrong? This giant Scientology centre in the countryside. Am I right or wrong? Please put me right if I'm wrong. Many of you think it's a cult, and I think you're probably right. Right, let's have a look. Born to Francis and Janet Keogh on November the 6th, 1964, Danny's parents divorced, after which his mother married Alan Hollander, a Scientologist. Together, they co-founded the Dolphin School. Right. Right, okay, so that gives us a bit of history, a bit of info there from chilling in Canada. Thank you. Of course, they want to appear normal. Right, so then chilling in Canada, private Scientology academy, and although their marriage didn't last, their devotion to their beliefs did. Right, okay. So really, is that the reason? That's how Danny Keogh and Lisa Marie met. Yeah, does that sound right to you? I mean, he was a good-looking guy, mind. Now, is Danny still anything to do with Scientology now? I asked that. Danny Keogh, is he nothing to do with it? I don't know. Okay, let's have a look. I think there are reporting on his death. I'm going to have a mooch around it. Okay. Try to print it out on paper. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't have a printer here, but my brother does. I don't have a printer. I've had one. I've had a few printers. They're a nightmare. They're a pain in the ass. I hate them. I want to smash them up. Every time I buy a printer, it always goes wrong. Right, let's have a look. Sorry, I got aggressive then about a printer. Do any of you have problems with a printer? So Elaine says it sounds like a cult to me. Don't ever bring up the printer again. Sorry, guys. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I do like to read all your comments, guys. I really do, because I think it's important that what we're doing here with these live streams, that we're all involved rather than just me waffling. I know sometimes on the dog walks I have to just waffle because I can't see your comments. Amy, I like to focus on the fact that Elvis is front and center on prime time TV once again. Yeah, that's good. Let's have a look. I agree, Elvis. I wouldn't be surprised if Riley will know the question prior to interview. And the truth is, guys, Elvis is still big news. I keep saying it. Things keep happening. Always. There's always something. Big news around the world. Elvis Presley, 47 years after his death. It's amazing. Okay, we're catching up, I think. Right, so Amy says, I think it's important to understand a bit of Scientology to understand the mind control of Lisa was under. Yes, and I would say how it affected Benjamin as well. Because some people say, I've had messages saying that Benjamin wasn't allowed to take antidepressants and because of the Scientology rules, and that's part of the reason he took his own life. Is that true? Is it true, guys? And Vivek says it's really scary mind control. Hi, Jane. Welcome back. Mind warping, Rebecca says. We know that Elvis went and visited them, didn't he? And he just thought they were a bunch of weirdos after his money. Oh, let me turn the plug on. My batteries. Let me turn the plug on. Oh, I don't want my PC to turn off. All right, that's better. That's better. Okay, let's carry on. We was going to turn off then, but we are back on. Okay. So it's 9:33 in Missouri. Taking my wife out. No, but I tell you what, I have said to my wife that I want to go to a few Elvis things with her, and she's all right with it. I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't buy, the Riley Q's tour in London. I think me and my wife should have gone to that and bought the book, and I probably would have seen Elain and Nicola. Yeah, I do kick myself a bit. I should. Because my wife would have liked a trip to London and a day out there. So I do want to do a couple of things with my wife, with Elvis things. I do. She is feeling really well at the moment, really well. She does start her chemo next week, but it's low grade. So she's been told that it's just going to make her feel tired and a bit sickly. And it's only 12 weeks. So everything feels okay at the moment. I've got a good feeling. Let's keep my fingers crossed. Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, Elaine, I'm the same with Scientology. It grates on me. Right, let's have a look. Monica. Hi, Monica. Elvis, I'm in Tucson, Arizona in the US, and it's 7:35 a.m. right here. Good morning, Tucson, Arizona. Monica, how are you? Ellen interviewed Lisa in the past where she talked about her stomach problems. And I've read about this. And this is discussed on, the YouTube channel Spotlight Spy. Guys, I recommend that channel. I don't think she makes videos anymore. But she discusses many things about Lisa Marie that went on that led up to her death. I think it's a great channel. I don't understand why she stopped making videos because they were brilliant. Spotlight Spy on YouTube. Look it up, guys. I'm impressed. I ask Amy and Elaine, do you know about that channel? Because I highly recommend it. I think, Monica, I think it's October the 8th, I think. Yeah? There's a possibility it's already been recorded and they're just going to run it. Yeah, the audio tapes of Lisa Marie, yeah. There's supposed to be hundreds as well, isn't there? We'd love to hear them chilling in Canada. Hi, Helen. Hope you're well. Let's have a look. So, Valvis, Monica, I'm in Salem, Massachusetts, 10:38 a.m. That reminds me of the film Salem's Lot with David Soul. Is that the same Salem where the vampires live? David Soul's film in the 70s. Valvis, do you know that film? One of my favorite as a child. Very scary. Louis, she will show herself from the best side in public. It's what's going on behind the scenes that people don't know about. I always liked Oprah until I started to find out stuff. Vivek, thank you for your research. Thank you for looking into it. Very interesting. We want all points of view, guys. I thought Oprah was a Christian. Is she? I don't know. Is she, Rebecca? Is she? I'm not sure. Does anyone know? To those saying hi, I see you. Okay. So Jane's here with us. Hi, Jane. Hello, Elvis people. We're Elvis people. So Rebecca, right. So it's Ron Hubbard and David Miscavige. They're the main people, aren't they, that run Scientology? You know, we know that they're worth billions, aren't they? I did watch an old interview, the last interview that David Miscavige ever gave. I think it's 44 minutes long, and I did watch it about 3-4 months ago. And I can't remember who interviewed him, but it was very, very interesting. You know, he's a full-on character, isn't he? He's quite a powerful, strong-minded, person. So I still think the whole lot's weird. All of it's weird, right? Sorry, guys. You at Scientology, I think it's weird. Right. Lynn Miller. Hi, Lynn. Are you new to our Defending Elvis Presley channel? This is Team Elvis. You're very welcome. We always like to welcome new people. There was a time Elvis went to Scientology, I think, with Scylla and said it was a cut. He will never go back. Yes, she took his child. She sure did take his child, Lynn. Yeah, I do know about that. I've read about it a few times. Which means Elvis would be very not happy that Priscilla put his poor daughter into Scientology. Yeah? We know that Elvis went there, had a chat with them, didn't like them, felt they were weird and money grabbing, and then 5 years later, is it? His daughter's going to school there, living there. So Elvis would be fuming. Let's face it, guys, wouldn't he? He'd be fuming. So this is another mistake that Priscilla has made. Another wrongdoing by Priscilla. So Lorraine, hello Amy, hello Louis. I'm trying to make comments short. Here, messages, comments have to be short. You can't fit a lot in, and it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. Probably fall asleep. Hi Lorraine, you know you're very welcome. We love you. Let's. We're catching up. We're catching up, guys. Oh, thank you, Valvis. I do think she's on the mend. I do think she's on the mend. She had the cancer removed. So I do think she's on the mend. I don't want to be too cocky, so I'll touch wood. She's not unwell. She's very well in herself. The chemo is a preventative measure. So I'm not going to lie. I went through hell. I had a very bad month. And the funny thing is, it happened. You guys witnessed it happening because when I first started this channel, Defending Elvis Presley, she was 100% fine. I had no idea that she was going to become unwell. So it was very out of the blue. But I'm okay. Now, obviously, I'm not going through it. It's my wife. Yeah. But it was a bit of an earthquake. It was. It still is a little bit, but not like it was. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Let's have a look. Spotlight Spy is great. She said she had some personal issues and she had to take a break, but she's not come back, Amy. I tell you what, I'd love her to join this channel. Love her. if anyone can contact that lady, yeah, she is very impressive. Guys, go and look up Spotlight Sky. Brilliant. I do use some of her stuff. And in fact, I may play one in a second. Let's get through these comments. Yeah. But I'm just, you know, so that everyone doesn't worry, the cancer has been removed. It's been removed. She's been checked. She's cancer free. Okay? So we're on the downward slope now. Yeah, we've gone through the horrible stuff. So please don't worry, guys. So thank you, Amy, but not now. I'll pay for it because it'll cost a lot to send it to Australia. I just want to have your book because it'll be the truth about Elvis. Ooh, Amy, let's not give away Amy's plans, right? Ron Hubbard is dead. David Miscavige continued it. Right. I didn't even know that. I should know that. I know that it's Ron L. Hubbard. I didn't know he was dead. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I think we're getting there. What is anyone wants to know about Scientology? There is a YouTube channel on growing Scientology by a guy called Aaron. Yes, I've been watching him now. Look. If you look, guys, he's on there. See him? I've been trying to learn from him. He is good. He is good. He is good. Obviously, if you're not into Scientology, it does get a bit boring. So I can only watch 20 minutes at a time of it. Thanks, Helen. It's very kind of you. Gio's in. Right, okay. So from what you said to me, two things. I want to play... I'm going to just see if I can find the Spotlight Spy and just pick out a random video of his. Let me just bring this forward so there's a gap. The Spotlight Spy. When I was originally doing my Defending Elvis Presley stuff, I stumbled across this channel by accident, Spotlight Spy, and was very blown away by it. Let's just see if it comes up. Yes, right. And I want to do it with Lisa Marie. Right, now don't forget, she's like a researcher. Right, which one do you want to play? I'm not really sure which one to play. Right, okay, we're going to play one, and then we'll go through it, okay, guys? If this isn't the right one, I'll end it, and I'll come back and play one of the other ones. I do think you're going to enjoy it. I can't stand to the world of Scientology. It's like blah. That's okay. If it's not for you, Elaine, don't worry. I was the same. So Miss Cavage's wife has disappeared. Yes, I've watched a video on that. Shelley Miscavige, she was the last seen publicly in 2007. Right, now Lisa Marie, now Spotlight Spy, she has done some really good research. She does a lot of editing. I hope she doesn't mind that I'm going to play this, but Spotlight Spy, if you're watching, if you ever watch our live streams with Team Elvis, I thank you for letting me, or for me, well, you're not letting me, I've just done it off my own back, but I'm thanking you in advance.
This year's Golden Globes, just 2 days before her death. The morning she died, Lisa Marie had been complaining of severe abdominal pain.
Good morning, everyone. It looks like the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has finally released their findings in regards to what caused Lisa Marie Presley's death. And it is a little bit of a surprise. And so I tried to aggregate all of the news articles and information that has come out surrounding this, break it down, and for us to get our heads around what exactly the medical condition was that caused her final passing. So the autopsy report states that Lisa Marie Presley passed away from a small bowel obstruction, and it was formed. It was in the form of a strangulated small bowel caused by adhesions that developed after she had bariatric surgery or weight loss surgery. And this surgery was reported that she had about 2 years ago.
Surgery. There are several different kinds. I have read Lisa Marie's autopsy report. She had the most advanced kind. Basically, you disconnect part of the intestines so you just don't absorb as much food, and that's how you get calorie restriction. So she had bypassed part of her intestines. They made a new connection between her stomach and her intestines, and the most common complication when you go inside the abdomen and do that kind of surgery is that scar tissue forms, and that's called adhesions. And occasionally, at any time in the future, when you've had this type of bypass bariatric surgery, those adhesions can block parts of the small intestine and cause what's called a small bowel obstruction. And that can lead to a process, if it goes on long enough, called strangulation, where the intestines actually die. And that's what happened to her. And what's really scary is 915 centimeters, which means 30 feet of her small intestines had died before she made
What
it to
the
the
report
hospital.
stated was for months she had complained of abdominal pain, fevers, vomiting, nausea, and with all of this, she did not seek medical attention. It does sort of explain her appearance at the Golden Globes. When we saw her 2 days before she passed away, she looked gaunt. She looked just a general malaise, unhealthy. She was staggering. And also I noticed that she was wearing like a longer dress that may have covered a distended stomach that the report said that she had when she, arrived at the hospital. And so in that sense, it said that she had not only a severely distended abdomen, but also severe metabolic acidosis. And metabolic acidosis is the buildup of acid in the kidney. And this is when your bodily fluids contain too much acid, or that your body is either not getting rid of enough acid or is making too much acid. And so basically your body is not balancing the acid in your system, which is life-threatening. The morning of her passing, she had complained, and it was reported that she had abdominal pain. Her housekeeper found her unresponsive in the bathroom. Now, at the time, she had been living with Danny Keogh in his home, and this was after the passing of Benjamin. Danny Keogh was Benjamin's father, her ex-husband. She had been living with him because it was too hard for her to live at the home that she lived in with Benjamin. Anyhow, he had been dropping off the kids at school. When he returned, he found the housekeeper with Lisa Marie and trying to resuscitate her. They called 911.
Okay, sir, listen, paramedics are already on the way. So that they need to get in there.
He started doing CPR. The paramedics arrived. They took over CPR. They gave her a shot of epinephrine. When she arrived at the hospital, TMZ reported that she suffered another heart attack and was pronounced brain dead and was put on life support and in a medically induced coma. So at the time, the family then signed a do not resuscitate order in case she flatlined again. And unfortunately, she was pronounced dead soon after.
That was a very rapid time course, and that's a bit unusual. Usually if someone is in the hospital with this sort of thing, they can even go back in and operate, do something to relieve that blockage, but she had progressed so far, it sounds like, by the time she got to the hospital, that she passed away. So it can happen, but these blockages as a result of scar tissue, but the idea that they lead to death, especially that quickly, that was more unusual. So it's really sad situation that unfolded there.
And as far as the toxicology and anything that they found in her system, there was oxycodone in her system. There was an opioid that was used to treat an addiction. So there's the oxycodone, and then the buprenorphine that is used to actually counteract any addictive qualities that may form from taking the Oxycontin. And then she had an antipsychotic drug, and that, of course, is for your mental health. But according to all of the reports, the levels were normal in regards to these drugs. They did not contribute to her cause of death. There was no injury of foul play. There's no evidence of foul play, and the manner of death was deemed natural. Well, it's just sad. It sounds like she went through a surgery in order to gain control of her weight. Obviously, there were complications afterwards that she dealt with for a while. She was in pain and suffering and may or may not have masked it with the oxycodone that she was taking, but either way, she didn't seek medical treatment. There are some doctors coming out and saying this is a very unusual cause of death.
It's very rare to have a death from small bowel obstruction.
And I would think it would be because the level of pain would drive a person into the hospital before they got to the point where organs were starting to shut down and subsequently a cardiac arrest. So very sad news, different than what we expected. Nothing was going to actually sound good. She was 54 years old and passed away suddenly from a cardiac arrest. That's just, that's outside of the norm. Anyhow, that's the latest, guys.
Right, let's pause that. So you guys, you get what I'm saying to you is that just brilliant video. And I think Amy's picked up on a few things. Come on, Amy knows. We know that Amy has a medical background, is in the medical trade. She's done a lot of research. I don't know if you guys remember, but Amy Collette, our Auntie Amy, the twin, did a medical comparison video with Presley Mania with Rhonda, who we love Rhonda, don't we? Comparing Sally Hoddle's book, Destined to Die Young, with Dr. Forrest Tennant's book. Amy, does it have a name? Does Dr. Forrest Tennant's book have a name? Comparing the medical stuff and obviously with her own research. Amy, I think, disputes a little bit that Elvis had this genetic inherited illness called alpha-1. She said it wasn't as simple as that. Because some say that Elvis' medical problems, chronic medical problems, came from the mother's grandparents that were first cousins, I think. So Amy knows what she's talking about. So the 2 points that Amy came up with was, this is why we've got Amy here. She's our expert. Let's just see if I can see them. Sorry, Amy, I've got to find them. You guys did a lot of comments, right? So we're going to have to whiz back. No disrespect to Spotlight Spider. It's just a layperson trying to read an autopsy. And then we go. I understand that, Amy, but I tell you what, she has. You can see that she's put a lot of work into it. Now, I agree, she could be wrong, yeah? But there's not that many people that have really, especially back then, this is quite a while back, that had put a lot of time into trying to get to what happened leading up to her death and just after her death. So this is why it was so interesting to me, because when I was trying to do a live, I don't even remember if I was doing lives then. I think I was. But there was nothing out there. There was no information other than the press, the headline, tabloid information, TV news clips, Google write-ups. There was almost nothing. So Spotlight Spy stood out to me because she was one of the few people that were covering it. This is why we need you, Amy. When you set up your amazing channel, then you can give us the correct information. Right. And no, right, here we go. Amy says no official EEG. Is it ECG? Is it? I don't know. Was performed to determine brain activity. Now I know, guys, many of you guys message me hundreds of times, and you say you feel that Priscilla Presley took the decision to turn off the life support machine, the do not resuscitate order. That was Priscilla that wanted that. Now, of course, we have no idea if that's true. Amy will have her opinion on it. It could be possible. I'm just guessing here. I have no idea that Lisa Marie had pre-agreed the do not resuscitate thing. Who knows, guys? I'm no expert. My ears are open to listen to your comments on your opinions on the DNR, the life support machine, any details, medical details that you have, especially Amy, please share them with us. Yeah. Let's have a look. I'm just seeing if we've got another comment from Amy, because I just want to make sure any mistakes that Spotlight Spy is making. Now, Spotlight Spy, if you ever watch this, we're picking your mistakes out in a respectful way. Not trying to belittle you, just trying to get nearer to the truth. I'm going to read some of your comments. Let's have a look. Guys, you're doing great commenting. Right, let's have a look. Okay, where are we? All right, is Jean gone? Is she? Thanks, Jean. You take care. What was the date that Lisa had surgery for her weight? It's a good question. Yes, Lorna. Tom Cruise critical Brooke Shields when she needed antidepressants for postpartum depression. Right. Yes, we saw about that. Isn't that a very famous interview where he argues with the interviewer, gets very defensive? And years later, the same interviewer interviewed Tom Cruise's wife that he divorced with, not Nicole Kidman, the other one with dark hair. I forget her name. I've seen that. And even she's very cagey how she answers her questions. Right, chilling in Canada, the autopsy report said that toxicology results showed therapeutic levels of oxycodone in the blood, buprenorphine, a medication to treat opioid addiction. Yeah, I think we know about the opioid addiction. I've definitely read that many times. And we also present but did not contribute. Right, so I'm just doing live, mate. So I will say this, that, come on, guys, I think it's quite well known that Lisa Marie, God rest her soul, you know we all love her, we miss her, that she had a problem with medication, drugs, even alcohol. Yeah. So am I right? You know, just trying to be fair. You know, she had a very stressful life. She had a very tough life, Lisa. So I'm not surprised that she needed a way out, an escape. It doesn't surprise me. God rest her soul. Yeah. Right. You don't put a temporary pacemaker in someone who is brain dead. Right. Thank you, Amy. No disrespect to Spotlight Spy. It's just a layperson trying to... Okay, let me just keep going. So Elaine says lack of care of Lisa. Then Jane says there's conflicting evidence. Priscilla shouldn't have been one to order the DNR. Now, we don't know if that happened, do we? Deborah? We don't know that. I know some of you have said that Riley was on an aeroplane on her way. Is that true? I'd love to know more. I'd love to know more. Let's have a look. I am right. Here we go. Margaret Taylor. Hi, Margaret. I'm in the legal drug trade, big pharma, and teaching doctors, nurses, pharmacists everything about my drugs, even how and who and when to use. Elvis was not an addict. Now we have, Margaret, we have discussed the addict subject many times. This is my take on it. I'm no expert. I wasn't there. I'm just a guy in his kitchen at home I've read thousands of things, and this is what I say when people bring up that Elvis is an addict. I'm very defensive. If someone calls Elvis an addict, especially if they call him a drug addict, I hate that word being used, drug. The word drug, yeah? I jump in and I say this. Do you know about his serious chronic medical problems that he has throughout his body, whatever the reason, whether it be an alpha-1 inherited genetic thing, or whether he was just born not well, twisted colon, glaucoma, high blood pressure, high blood sugars, many problems with his liver, his lungs, his breathing. So he was on a massive amount of medication. I'm not exactly sure how many it was. Someone told me once it was over 40 a day. I don't know. It was dozens a day. And he obviously was taking a massive amount. He was a desperate man in desperate pain, very uncomfortable. He needed to be sedated and soothed and pain relief. He thought these pills were fixing him. This is what I think. He felt there was no way out, and the only place he could turn was to the tablets and to doctors, even the nurses, and more than one doctor. And I feel because he was taking so many tablets a day for many different reasons, medical problems and sleeping and waking up and giving him energy and sedating him to relax, say between shows, for example. Do I think he was addicted to some of those prescribed medications? Yes, I do. So when you say he was not an addict, I know he wasn't a street addict, yeah? Like injecting heroin or snorting cocaine. But do I think Elvis was addicted to his prescribed medications, painkillers, sleeping tablets? I would say probably. Just my common sense says probably. But I say that respectively. And I completely understand your point, Margaret. And I hope that sort of makes you understand how I defend Elvis. That is my way. If that topic is brought up, him being called a drug addict, that's generally how I'll respond. Yeah? So I hope that sounded okay, Margaret. Right. Why didn't they take Lisa to hospital? Again, Teresa. I don't know. Tell me the facts. Tell me more about it. Elvis, so Amy Collette. There's key points of non-medical content creators miss when they try to present the autopsy. Okay, we'd love to know those key points. So Valvis, the book, Dr. Tennant's book is The Strange Medical Saga of Elvis Presley. Thank you. Valvis, I want that book. Right. And that's the. I'm guessing that is the book that Amy Collette, that book, and the Sally Hoddle's Destined to Die Young book. Now we know that Sally Hoddle has no medical history, so this was all done through research. We know that she went to Mississippi and interviewed many of the Smith bloodline to get a lot of her information. This is something I read. I think I read it on her own biography somewhere. Now, we've had issues with Sally because we feel that Sally tried to tell the fans off. She was trying to tell us that we're not allowed to have negative views about the history of Elvis, to do with anything Elvis, whether it be the Colonel, Memphis Mafia, or Priscilla. We feel that Sally Hoddle told us off. So we actually we're awaiting an apology from Sally Hoddle. But I will say this, her book, at least if it's not correct, it at least got the fans and non-fans talking about this topic of Elvis's medical history. So the fans, especially the non-fans, are starting to understand now that there's more to the truth on whether or not Elvis was a drug addict, that maybe Elvis needed his medication, and wasn't taking street drugs. And this is why I like the Sally Hoddle book, because it tells the world he wasn't a druggie, he was ill. He had chronic illnesses. That's the only reason I like it. Now, I'm still a little bit annoyed at Sally. We're waiting for our apology because you don't tell the fans to shut up. And Sally Hoddle did tell the fans to shut up. She's out of order. She's been quite rude to the fans as well. And the bottom line is the book Destined to Die Young gave her a lot of money. And the Elvis fans have been very kind to Sally Hoddle. Yeah, especially at Elvis Week. So for her to tell the fans to just shut their mouths, not good. She calls them trolls. When anyone disagrees or disputes her comments, she calls them trolls and blocks them. It's very rude, very rude. And we've had this on our show, Defending Elvis Presley. We've had some quite negative comments from Sally Hoddle. But all we wanted to do as Elvis defenders, Team Elvis, was defend Elvis and not be told that we can't, which is what she did say. She even had the cheek to say that if we defend Elvis, we're harming his image, reputation, and legacy. That's just ridiculous. We defend Elvis because he needs defending, because he can't defend himself. She even called us haters. We are not haters. We are not a hate channel. We are Elvis defenders, Team Elvis, taking care of business. So I wanted to throw that in because that situation with Sally Hoddle and that stupid video that she released on her YouTube channel, which is still there, I think, needs to be either removed or there should be a part 2, which is an apology for releasing that video in the first place. And if any of you guys have not watched Sally Hoddle's video, go to her YouTube channel, watch her video telling the fans off. For some reason, she feels that because she wrote that book, which obviously took a lot of effort, all kudos to her. She put the time in. She wrote the book. She had a lot of success. The book has gone around the world. She's been interviewed around the world. It's probably made her a very wealthy woman. At the very least, you know, I respect all the hard work and the success. I love that. I'm an entrepreneur. I love success. We share success. Don't tell the fans off. Don't tell the fans to shut up. Respect the fans. Don't think that you know better because you've written a book. You don't. Don't think that because you've written a book about Elvis's medical history, which with no medical background, so there's many things in the book that are incorrect. Yeah. Don't think that then gives you the right to act as if you know everything about Elvis. To act as if you can speak on behalf of Elvis. Yeah. And tell us off, which is what you did. Sorry, guys. Tangent. Right. Right, let's have a look. So thanks for that information, Valvis. Only the person themselves can decide on going to hospital. She was using a string of painkillers that masked the pain until it got too severe. Yes, I think that could be true. And, you know, guys, I just want to say this to try and be a bit fair. Because, you know, we all grew up with Lisa Marie. We all love her. We all feel for her. We feel like we knew her. But, guys, what is she doing having an operation? Such a severe operation to her colon, which ultimately led to her death. I know she was also taking different opioids for pain or whatever. And it's very sad. Very sad. Avoidable. If she didn't have that operation, I'm guessing, I think Amy would agree with me, she'd still be alive today. It's just so sad. Way too young. Right, let's just keep going. If Lisa Marie had a DNR on file, there would have been no need for the family to sign one that day. Now, Amy, can I just ask you, good point, because I mentioned it could have been done before. Do we know that one was signed? I asked you that. Do we know a DNR was signed on that day? And do we know who signed it? Let's have a look. Yeah, Katie Holmes, that was the one on the interview. I like Katie Holmes. I felt sorry for her. She got in there with the wrong guy. Tom Cruise, I love him as an actor, but he's definitely a bit odd. I say that with respect. Exactly, wouldn't have to sign a DNR. My mum was dying of kidney failure. This is Elaine. All organs failing. It was imminent. A DNR was already on file and we did not sign anything. We knew it was there. Right. We knew it was there. Right. So is that a grey area? Hello. Right, we have to be quiet because I'm live, mate. Tino is back. Tino's going swimming now. It's raining, Tino. Right, let's have a look. She struggled, Louis, yes. What? Get my Priscilla turned off. You can sit on my lap if you want. Let's have a look. Thank you, Natalie. It was 11 years ago. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it, losing? It is. It's weird losing a parent. My father died. I think I was 32, and I just found it a bit weird. I can't even explain it. It's like it didn't even happen. It was a bit out of body type feeling. Just strange. You do get used to it, don't you, Elaine? But definitely an odd one. I send you love, Elaine. You know that. Let's have a look. So what? Right, Jane. What gets me? Why Priscilla turned it off before Riley? Now, Jane, did that happen? I want to know, Jane. Did it happen? Thanks, Rebecca. Right. Right. So, Shilling in Canada. Most people have a DNR but don't have it fixed at their local hospital. Then we have, yes, right. So then Rebecca says, I would love to know if Riley was on her way there. It's true. Right. And then, all right. So is Margaret, are you saying you've got proof to prove it? Right. I'd love to see that, Margaret. So Amy says Riley wasn't on the scene. I have heard that again and again. Let's have a look. Natalie, I couldn't find a stranger in my own backyard. Right, agree, Louis. He had to be Elvis' pressure to function. Right, thank you, Rebecca. If you can take placebos the day after day and not have physical withdrawals, you are not an addict. I know about the placebos. Now, Margaret, please don't think I'm trying to insult Elvis. I'm not. But just my common sense, and I mean this very respectfully, even to you, Margaret. I'm not trying to belittle your opinion. But because there was just so many different tablets, it just rings right to me that he may have been addicted to some of them. But I could be wrong. Amy, what do you think? Do you think Elvis may have been addicted to some of his medication? Because I'm no expert. Amy's got a medical background. She may know, or she may have a better idea than me. Right. Jane, because the DNR was signed earlier, they placed a temperature pacemaker. She crashed again, so the DNR means they let her go in short terms. Thanks, Amy. I wish I did know the answer, but I wish Lisa had been taken to the hospital. Nobody helped Lisa. Thanks, Teresa. Sally got a bit too big for her boots. I haven't read the book, but at least it has compassion. Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with that. I do agree she got too big for her boots, 100%. I think that video that she released was one of the biggest mistakes of her life. She shot herself in the book. In the book? She shot herself in the book. I meant foot, right? Because the Elvis fans buy the book and she's telling them off. It doesn't make sense. I know what, I'm going to write a book and then tell the fans off so they don't buy it. Okay. On the same interview, she says Priscilla fan, which explains it all. Yeah. And Amy, I think we've all, between us, Team Elvis, between us, we've decided that Sally Hoddle is a Priscilla fan. Pretty obvious. She's probably writing her next book. Amy, which is funny because I just saw an early interview of Sally where she disagrees with Sonny and referred to Elvis as a victim. And now she says that we shouldn't do that. Yes. Do you know what? I'm going to review that video again because it's been a while. We're going to review that Sally Hoddle video again because I've got a lot more to say. I've learned a lot since I did my last live stream about that video. So watch out, Sally. We're coming. Until we get our apology from Sally Hoddle, we're going to keep doing reviews on that video so we can defend Elvis and defend the fans. And I know that Amy and Sally are best friends, aren't you? I know that at Elvis week, Amy and Sally were hugging each other. Is that right, Amy? Just teasing. Just teasing. Sally said there were no I can't say that, Amy. Sally said there were no colonoscopies to diagnose Elvis's stomach problems. Is that true? That's true. Now, obviously, we know the autopsy is going to get released after 50 years, so 2 or 3 years left. That will be very interesting. Colonoscopies were widely available in the 70s. I can't deal with her. What are you on about? Sally's your best friend, Amy. Dr. Nick said that administered methadone to Elvis, but I'm unsure for what drug and other opiates could necessitate that. Thank you. Methadone, chilling in Canada. She was racked with grief too. Operation, perhaps not great timing. Come on, we all watched the Golden Globe Awards. She was sat with Priscilla for a bit, and Jerry Schilling escorted her. We all knew she wasn't well. We didn't think she was going to die. My God, none of us thought that. But we could all see she was very unwell. I would say very, very unwell. So when the news came out, was it literally the day after? No one was surprised because we were shocked, but not surprised. So she was. So Elaine says that's rubbish. What Sally said, as Elvis was offered surgery, and we know about he refused surgery, didn't he? He refused it. Now, do I think it would have saved him? Probably not. It's very serious surgery, wasn't it? Lisa has only taken one painkiller. I think her stomach bothered her all her life, and she probably didn't realize how bad it was. And maybe that was inherited from her father. Yeah, because he had the twisted colon, didn't he? He had the colon problems. So do you think she probably inherited that from her father? Rebecca, love Katie Holmes. She bolted and never looked back. Yes, we do as well. My wife's a big fan of Katie Holmes. She did good to get out. Yes, one was signed that day. I love the fact Elaine and Amy call each other twins, but to me, Amy is Auntie Amy. Auntie Amy, right. Yeah, bows to... It's weird to lose a parent. It bloody is. It is. And many of you here probably have... Many of you here are over 40, over 80 even. It's definitely weird. Definitely weird. But come on, they're watching over us, aren't they? They're watching over us. I always feel that my dad's present. I always think, yeah, my dad's listening. And come on, we know what they would say, don't we? They never stop doing this. The parents, even when they're passed away, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. It doesn't stop, does it, guys? But they do the good things as well. Oh, well done. Well done. That was good. That was good. Thank you, Louis. You live around the loss. Yeah, you do, don't you? It becomes part of you. It becomes part of you. There is a difference between needs and addiction. I understand that. Let's have a look. I understand from somewhere Riley was on a plane coming home to her mum. Yeah, I know. Rebecca, I don't even know why I said that, but like I said last night, I wish a book existed that told the whole truth. Yes, we need that. We need that. Lisa, let's have a look. Right, we're catching up. Now, did you like the Spotlight Spy video? I thought I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. All right, right, Amy, you watched it again, yeah, to make yourself mad all over again. There is some kind of odd pleasure in watching someone that is so clearly wrong. Do you agree, guys? When someone is just so blatantly wrong and they're telling you off, They're shooting themselves in the foot because she was self-harming when she was telling us off because she needs the income from that book. There is a weird pleasure in that. I have to admit that. I don't want to be nasty. Yeah, she was so happy to see you at Elvis Week. Oh, sorry. Come on. We're just being mean, aren't we? Only problem is, sorry that we wasn't there. I mean, a lot of us was on this earth the same time Elvis was. Right. Wasn't on this earth the same time Elvis was. Let's have a look. Man, that shocked me. That's Ashley. Deborah, I think she tried a violent way. Ben went horrific. Oh, yeah. I have done a few little things on Benjamin. I struggle with Benjamin stuff. You'll hardly see me doing Benjamin stuff because I find it so, ugh. Oh, you imagine it's one of your own kids, don't you? So it's hard to go there. He does seem like a lovely person. Amy, now that that's been mentioned, I think, you sent me a video, haven't you? Let's see if it'll work. Dr. Nick practiced drug treatment protocols which ensured he was not addicted, did the same for others. Listen to Dr. Nick's many interviews. If he was not an addict, he was not an addict. He was not addicted. He needed to be clear. Margaret, I have watched a lot of Dr. Nick's interviews. I've seen all the interviews about his drug treatment protocols, placebos, and how hard he tried to get Elvis off, the amount of medication that he was taking, even saving his life when he went off to have this weird acupuncture treatment. I've learned enough about Dr. Nick to know that he really did try and save Elvis. And he was very close to Elvis, looked at Elvis like a brother. And he was gutted when Elvis passed away. And he did inherit a very unwell person, didn't he, Dr. Nick? I think he originally met him on a film set for his saddle sores. But I think it was Dr. Nick that first suggested that Elvis have a full-time nurse. Yeah. So I completely know what that comment you've just made. I understand it fully. You won't see me saying lots of horrible things about Dr. Nick. You won't. I'm not going to say that he didn't make mistakes, but I know that Dr. Nick loved Elvis and did everything he could to save Elvis. But I also, in fairness, also think he had an impossible battle. He was fighting an uphill battle, unwinnable. So because of it, because Elvis was so desperate and needy with the medication, he was trying to keep Elvis happy. And there were financial, things going on, money being exchanged. There was debts, mortgages. There was financial stuff. It wasn't straightforward. So, but I understand your point about Dr. Nick. Let's have a look. Yes, Jane, you just learned to live with the loss. I've lost both parents and husband. Oh, Jane, I send you love. Jane, there's not much I can say, is there? We're here together. Team Elvis, we're here. We wrap a blanket around you. That's all we can do. A warm blanket. Right, let's have a look. Margaret, in my respectful opinion, Dr. Nick overprescribed not just Elvis, but others as well. Well, he is the word indicted for overprescribing other people. I'm trying to think of their names in the future. I think he was with Elvis. Wasn't he just suspended for a bit? But there was others that he actually did get in trouble for. I'm trying to think of the names. There were other celebrities that he did admit to oversubscribing. I forgot their names now, but I did know the names. So it isn't straightforward. We get a bit passionate, don't we, guys? We have our views. People disagree with us. We get passionate. It's okay. Look, please, we don't have to agree on everything. We don't. I respect all opinions. All opinions. Right. Oh, Linda, I give you love, Linda. They knew to tell the same stories, and there are not many of them left. She's so confident in her arrogance. Yes, Sally, I agree. Let's all go and watch it now. No, it's okay. Agree, Natalie. Too suspicious. Linda pulling his head out of the soup bowls, and he isn't over-medicated. Well, I know about the soup bowl story and that Linda tells it. You have a point, Rebecca. You have a point. Many people are not happy that Linda said that story, Linda Thompson. Many people feel that even Linda even helped administer some of this medication. So I like Linda. Yeah. So I know that you guys have strong views about Linda Thompson. Not all good. I like her, but I also understand there is another side to things when it comes to Linda. Totally Elvis girl. That's Rebecca. I sent you a video about Benjamin today. He's talking about on the from 2070 when he was involved in the Rod Barrett. I'm going to try and quickly play that. I want to get to the end of the comments. Jane, hugs and prayers. Yeah. Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Yeah, Jane's got a new life in Spain. Jane, I love Spain. We go every year. I'll see you there. So, on a happy note, I'm one movie in on my $8 5 DVDs Elvis movie collection. Watch fun in Acapulco. We have movie days. One day, chilling in Canada, we'll do a movie day, and I will go through all the trailers, all of them. Not today. We'll have some fun. Sometimes we have fun. Racquetball deals and home loans mixed with Elvis meds. Rebecca, you have a point. You have a point. We know about the racquetball situation. I think Elain sent it to me and I've lost it. But yeah, we know about that. There was definitely loans happening. Please explain, Louis, how Dr. Nick's protocols kept him from being addicted. Yes, he tried to limit the meds, but he used these same protocols to keep him from addiction. Yeah, I've read it all. Am I going to explain it to you? I don't even think I know how to. I'd love to. I'll let you explain it, Margaret. Any information you give us, yes, please. Yes, please. Now, remember, I'm no expert. I'm just a guy at home in his kitchen talking to you guys because I want to defend Elvis. So please don't think of me as an expert. I'm definitely not. Amy is an expert, not Sally Hoddle. Woo! Yes, it was Jerry Lee Lewis that he overprescribed medication to. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Amy. There was more than him, though, wasn't there? There was others. Dr. Nick lost his license over Jerry Lee. Right, thank you, Amy. I knew that I'd read it somewhere. Yeah. I don't like that Linda said it, but I don't hate her at all. Yeah, no, I don't hate Linda. Come on. I think she helped him through a very bad time. Just after the Mike Stone affair, I know there may have been another woman as well, but Linda was the main one. Come on, he didn't treat Linda very well, did he? Let's be fair. I think that he was good to her in the first year, but after that, she must have suffered. She must have. I know that she's in the glam world of Elvis and Gracelands and cars and fame and celebrity, but he messed her around. He had other girlfriends. Come on. Let's be fair. Linda didn't have it all easy. Yeah. So financially she did. And we also know that Linda was also unfaithful. Yeah. Do we agree there? But I like Linda. I like Ginger Alden as well. Right. I think Linda should have spoken to the public. I like her, but she is somewhat guilty. As she said a few things that she didn't have to say. I've seen all the interviews. A couple of things she could have left out that made Elvis look a bit small. Come on, almost, I would say, if not all of them, if not every single girlfriend, the more famous girlfriends, even Ginger Oldham, have all gone on at some point to make money from Elvis, haven't they? The more famous ones. So it's a difficult one, guys. I've been all around the house and we've been chatting. Vibex. All right. So Vibex, you've done all your cleaning, yeah? Is that good? Why not clean while Louis chats? A lot of you go for a drive while Louis chats. It's good. It's soothing, guys. It's soothing. He oversubscribed to his own daughter as well. Thank you, Colleen. Yeah, doing the shopping to Louis. Right, so I'm going to see if I can play this video. That Elain, I reckon Elain has mentioned it 6 times. She's reminded me about this video. Elain, 6 times. Is that right? Let's see if it's there. It's probably not even there. Now, this is going to be, I'm guessing this is quite a beautiful video. Let's see if it comes up. Is it Elain? Is it the one that says Rod and Barry's voice cast executive producers? Yes. Let's have a look. I respect Elvis' choice in women. Some were good, some were bad, and one was so bad. Yes. So let's have a look. Lots of times I listen to doctor's appointments, driving and eating out. You are, thanks Deborah, you are a man's girlfriend when you become exclusive and he commits to you. Anything else is just dating. Deborah, me while cooking, that's a good one. Rebecca, cooking while Louis waffles. This is how Dr. Nick's method worked. He attempted Elvis taking each particular opioid, painkiller, and also substituted placebos so that kept E from being addicted. I do the same when I prescribe. Thank you. Thank you. That's a very informative comment. Thank you, Margaret. I'm watching the live. I'm watching the Golden Girls. Okay. He's second from the end with a beanie hat on. Right. Okay. I have watched it before this, but I'm going to play it in a second. Same. That's the 7th comment, Elaine. I've done it, Rebecca. Right. Vernon was still paying off the office furniture for the racquetball deal in 1978. Many of you bring that up. Many of you. It was supposed to be a deal that couldn't go wrong, yeah? Like, but everything went wrong. Amy, I learn something new every day. Right. Are we ready? I'm going to play this. Let's play this for Elaine.
Con Anaheim 2017 here with the entire Roddenberry panel that just got on. I'm going to have them introduce themselves. Let's go down the line. Trevor.
I have watched this before.
That's
Taking it. I'm Trevor Roth. I head up Roddenberry Entertainment, and I've been producing on Rod and Barry. Man, that's hard to say.
Yeah, Trevor, that's what's up. I'm Beast Boy. AKA Greg Sipes. I play Barry in the new Roddenberry series that we're putting together here, and this is one of the executive producers here, Scott.
How you doing? I'm Scott Paskoff, one of the producers of Roddenberry. Happy to be part of this talented group, and I'll pass it over to Rod.
I'm Aaron Doe. I'm actually, I'm Rod, and I'm Rod. That's about it. So, yeah.
I'm nervous.
Hi, I'm Brittany Furlan. I play the Supreme Overlord, and I want Roddenberry to destroy Earth.
Benjamin Storm, a.k.a. the Cartoon Cobain. Nice to meet you, man.
Hello, my name is Alexi Wasser. I play the character of Zoe. I'm very smart and very cool.
She is. So there's everybody. So we'll get to them in just a little bit without spoiling too much. But Trevor, let's start with you. How did this come about? How did it all get started?
You know, it really came from.
Right, I'm not going to play all of it, guys, because I want to go. But I did want to end. We're going to go now, but I wanted to end with a song. Is there any particular song you'd like me to play? Let's have a look. Anything you want. Obviously, Elvis. Oh, I wonder if you can get an Elvis mega mix. Actually, no, because that'll really wind YouTube up. Just let's pick a song. Kentucky Rain. Kentucky Rain. Come on, we'll go by the one that gets the most. Yeah, she is persistent. That's 7 comments for that video, but thank you, Elaine. Right, I can't help falling in love. Is that going to be it? Okay. Let's see if we can get him singing it on a video so we can see him singing it. Oh, yeah, we got him on a video. Right, okay. All right, guys. This is going to be it for today, I think. We'll come back tomorrow in the morning and do another one. But we've done 2 lives today, both 2 hours long, really. So we've done well today. That's 4 hours of lives. Now, I'm gonna say this all the time, guys. Buy me a coffee. I'll have a coffee. Just click the coffee button and I'll buy a nice coffee from you guys as a thank you for my hard work. It's just your way of saying thank you, but also please subscribe, please like, please become a member. And you know I love being with you guys. So we've had a really good live. We've had a really good live. Now let's go out with a nice sing song. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thanks to all the people. Now, no hard feelings, everyone. We're allowed to have disagreements. We're a family. We're growing together. We are defending Elvis Presley, Elvis defenders, taking care of business. Team Elvis, rocking.
Wise men say only fools would it be sin if I falling in love with you? Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes.
Bye, everyone.